I helped add me into the stream. Hey guys, man, I got a little bit of a normal start, but also strangely late, if that makes any sense. Do we have anybody with us yet? I don't even know. Is that weird? Hey, there's Harlan. Not a card collector, but still enjoy watching my content. You are a card guy, though, Harlan. Thank you. Root beer GMT collector. Hey, Antonio Almeida. I can't see your name and not think about 24. How's it going, guys? We've got 10 people in here already. I started a little early. I have 2 people backstage waiting. I see Rob. I don't know if can he hear me? Yeah, I think he can. He's smiling. Yeah. Give it a minute. Peter, thank you very much. TJ is online. Yes. Thanks for joining. It's hard to keep track of the usernames. Dylan. Thanks for joining. Wait, your real name is Tony Almeida? I assumed it was a reference to 24. Need to bring John Keating on to roast me. John Keating roasts me in our text chats every time. John Keating is probably, if you enjoy dry humor, he's probably the funniest person in the card YouTube world. And I also am big on insult humor, as long as it's friendly insult humor. And Keating is great at that stuff. A good roasts me every time. Julio Antonio Almeida. Nice. Thanks for joining a little early, guys. Hey, Dylan, am I going to be seeing you at the National? I think I am, right? Hope your mother-in-law is doing okay. I see Sammy has also joined backstage. I'm going to bring Sammy on in about 20 minutes. Tim from Waterville. Yes, I met Tim at the Portland Card Show, right? And Ken Ziegler. Ken, I opened your package today. That sounds really wrong, but I got your package today. It's awesome. I'm going to post a video tomorrow. It was so much fun to open, so thank you. Jason, thanks for joining. Good. Looking forward to seeing you, Dylan. I only have 6 cards. My voice is so calming. Thank you. Waiting on the All-Star game. I think I mentioned this in my video that I'll post tomorrow. I didn't realize I was scheduling this on the All-Star game night because I don't pay attention to the All-Star game. I don't do a lot of All-Star, a lot of live streams, but I also scheduled a live stream during the NBA All-Star game. So look out Pro Bowl, I guess. Rising Sun Japan. Thank you. I'm going to bring on Rob. It is time. It's going to take a minute. This is going to be weird. I'm going to add him to my stream. You guys are going to see him before I do. It's a very strange technological problem. Oh, he's there. Can I hear you?
Hello.
I wonder if they've fixed it. For those of you who don't know, this is Rob Segedi. And am I pronouncing your last name right?
Exactly, 100%. Although half my family relatives, they pronounce it Segedi, so go figure.
Yeah. Rob, 2 years in here, I wanted to bring on somebody to represent the commenters who are integral to the success of a YouTube channel. And Rob, when did you subscribe to my channel, Rob?
Wow, I was probably, time goes by so quick. probably a year. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
been doing this 1 year, and then now here's your second year. And congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. It's good to meet you.
Congratulations. Good to meet you. I was going to say, you're my favorite YouTuber that I've
Ah,
never met. So, hey,
thank you. Thank you so much.
yeah.
So,
Oh, can
you
I
have,
just interject one
of
thing?
course, yeah.
Because Mike Baseball Collector, he's coming up.
Later
And
on.
I still am a big podcast listener. So it was Golden Age of Cardboard podcast
Yeah.
that I was listening to. I found out it was a simulcast. So I looked up his YouTube channel, and then I was hooked. And then I think either through a feed suggestion or I searched, I came across you. So I owe it all to Mike, Baseball Collector, that I
Nice.
found you. So it's great
Nice.
that he's on tonight.
Yeah, and thank you because you know, a year ago I was just reaching 1,000 subscribers, and I was still trying to figure out what am I doing here. And you commented, and you are a friendly, thoughtful, funny commenter, and that's rare to come by. I only invited 2 commenters on my live stream tonight. You and Doug Stewart, 2 guys who
Okay.
are great contributors to the community, and I really appreciate that. And Doug couldn't make it on, unfortunately, but he will be watching. Not the Doug Sports Collector who's in my comments right there. Different Doug. Thanks for joining, other Doug. So you also have started your own channel, and I want you to just throw a comment if you're able to into the chat so people can click and subscribe on your channel, because yours is unique. First of all, you're a collector of you're called the Commenting Collector,
Right.
and you do wax packs, baseball, but also of like TV shows from the 60s, 70s, 80s. And you just yesterday you had a He-Man pack. Yeah. I think it's really unique. At least I've never seen it on YouTube. You also did a video on the um, Wizard of Oz first edition that your father had bought
Right.
like $12 for
Exactly.
a long time ago.
Exactly.
I
Right.
love that stuff.
Well, you're kind of the inspiration because it wasn't found technically in a attic, this 19 or 1899 Wizard of Oz book, but my dad was at a thrift store back in the early 80s and he saw it in the book section for $12.50. So
Yeah.
I think it's worth probably you could probably get $4,000 to $5,000 for it now. So
Oof.
so
Yeah.
yeah. So that's kind of what my channel is about, is kind of like you, where you talk about other people's experiences. I try to talk about my experiences and kind of weave that with my non-sports packs and whatever else little things I have in my collection. Like I did some Dynamite magazines last time, and yeah,
Yeah. It's
so the
very cool.
experiences, yeah,
You also show some humor, um, dad jokes, and I have a dad joke shirt on. I tell dad jokes periodically.
right.
My kids have bought me like 4 dad joke shirts. But yeah, I mean, you got the Minnesota accent. Uh,
Exactly. Which, by the way, I loved your most recent video on your namesake, kind of junk wax investor. So if everyone's attracted to that Canadian accent, well, hey, come watch my videos. I've got the Minnesota accent going on. So,
yeah.
yeah.
I went to college in Maine, and I had 2 professors who were from Minnesota, and they had very thick Minnesota accents, and they were the nicest people in the history of the world.
Yeah.
I,
Well, I try to make it a little entertaining. I don't take myself too seriously. It's just a hobby. We're just having fun. So I was going to say your name. I love your name. I actually pulled out of my archives, my collection, my Foreigner 4,
oh yeah,
1981 Jukebox Hero. Now I'm talking to Junk Wax Hero.
yeah.
Love the
Yeah,
name.
thank you. And a lot of people, I don't, I get annoyed now with the name. I know I've talked about this before. I wish I had named my channel something else. I never expected to get anywhere near 5,000 subscribers. And I I wish I had come up with something. Yeah, some night.
Junk
What?
wax.
Yeah.
Junk wax, baby.
Yep. And so I don't know. I love it and I hate it too. Mike Petty is in the house. Thanks, Mike. Got a lot of mics in here. Chris is, yes. Thanks, guys. So everybody should subscribe to Rob's channel, Commenting Collector. You only post about once a week or so. Wonka bar.
The
Nice.
channel that actually someone opens a Wonka bar. I opened a foil Pop Tarts. I mean, where else do you get that, right?
Yeah.
What other nuts can open stuff like that? That's what I do. So
yeah. Thanks, Adam. I appreciate the comment. So Rob, somebody just noticed they can see an Alf pack somewhere there. Somebody's got who said that? Oh, it's Dylan. Someone's got good. I see ET. Alf, yeah. Pop quiz. How did Alf end? Spoiler alert. Does anybody remember how Alf ended? Didn't the government come and take him away, and then they had a plan for another season to resolve the kidnapping by the government, and then it was canceled after the season, and they never resolved it? Nobody remembers that? I'm pretty sure that's how Alf ended. I was just a kid. What was that? 1989, maybe? So I was 10 years old. Government took him away. Yes. Thank you. And Kevin too. Absolutely did. Yeah. It's crazy. And there's Ryan McClain, and we got the whole crew in here. Rob, any last thoughts? Anything you want to say to the people out there? You've got a lot of people who probably want to subscribe to your content right now.
Well, I took a couple of years before I started creating content. And what I was doing was I was watching and viewing content. And I'd always go, even before, I mean, I'm not a everyone gets a trophy type of guy, but I'd actually give the creator a thumbs up right away because, hey, they put the time in. You know, I'm watching something for free. It's not like a judgment thing. I'm just giving my acknowledgement that it's a good that they're doing this. And then if I thought of something, you know, good or informative, clever, then I put a comment in. So I did that for like a couple of years. So yeah, I mean, I think it's great for the algorithms and the analytics for your channel too. So yeah, it's a win-win, right? So
yeah, I appreciate that. The thumbs up on videos, comments help. I have never done a thumbs down on a video or a comment. I've never blocked a commenter. I've never removed a comment. I believe in it. I may not respond to your comment. I may not agree with it. That's fine, but I'm not going to censor a comment unless it's somebody attacks a guest of mine. Although that's never happened, but I might do something about that. I don't know. All right. Rob, thank you so much for joining, and thanks for your engagement on my channel. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. 2 years again. You're like great. You're my favorite channel.
Thank you.
You're a nice guy, and you inspired me. So, and one question: who else is coming up after me?
Sammy Thunder is waiting in the background. Okay. Looks like he's drinking some gin there.
Okay.
He says he's not. He's on. Danny Black is on. Mike Moynihan and then Chris Sewell.
Now I heard there could be a special guest that's been undisclosed.
Nope, I just disclosed them all.
Oh, because I thought it was going to be this guy.
Jack Morris is not invited to my live stream.
Yeah, please give me a view, see what you like. Commenting Collector. Talk to you later, Mike. Thanks.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it. All right. Thanks, everybody, for your comments. See you later, Dylan, if I missed you. Yeah. I'll be... yes. Studfield Mouse definitely is. Thank you. Very loyal. Jason, sorry to ruin the end of Alf for you. I'm sure you were rushing back to watch it. I enjoy Rob's channel a lot. He has a very unique voice and a very unique collection, which I don't want to see the same cards, the same types of collections all the time. and he has really unique stuff. So we now have the one and only Sammy Thunder. Mr. Thunder, how are you, sir?
Doing well, Mike. How you doing, man?
Awesome. I bring you on because you know why. You were the first person to ever shout out my channel. And I know I've told you this story before. I had like 75 subscribers, and I was sitting on the couch watching one of your videos. I had subscribed to your channel and I enjoyed it. And my daughter was sitting next to me, and she knew my channel name, although she'd never watched one of my videos and probably still hasn't. And you said, "Oh, I just watched this video by Junk Wax Hero," and my daughter went, "Is he talking about you?" And I was like, "Yeah, wow, this guy knows who I am." And it was just really cool, and I really appreciated that. And we've obviously become friends. We met at the National last year. We text a little bit, and I appreciate that support back when I was brand new. So thank you.
Absolutely, yeah, and saw the potential, and definitely have seen where it has grown. So congratulations on 2 years, and congratulations to really kind of just going straight to the moon, man.
Thanks. It's slowed down significantly. I've slowed down significantly since April. I mean, I added 2,500 subscribers in 3 months, which was bonkers.
So it's
And I've
yeah.
slowed down the last few months. Work's busy and family's busy and stuff like that. So everybody, commenting collectors right there. If you're interested, just click on his name and subscribe. Sammy Thunder. Everybody should subscribe to Sammy too. He does vintage baseball cards, which is my audience's favorite. Excuse me. Card shows, SGC reveals. What else? Talk to me about your channel a little bit.
Oh man, I kind of nailed it right there. Card shows, SGC, yeah, submission reveals. I'm not really much of a storyteller, although I'd like to kind of evolve into that. But yeah, pretty much I do like a lot of like buying vintage at a certain budget, or card shows, antique malls, shops, flea markets, whole 9 yards, and preparing for the National. That's going to be probably the next couple of videos, is talking about preparations, what cards I'm looking for, kind of just that sort of concept.
And you've pared down your I'm just going to throw some comments up that entertain me here. Hope you don't mind. You've pared down your collection some recently, and you've talked about focusing it more. What are you aiming for at the National? Because you're going, right?
Yeah, no, I'll be there. So the rookie cards are my focus, or T206. So I'm kind of streamlining the collection down to focus on rookie cards, T206. Can't afford the rookie card like a Mantle or a Mays, then I'll go for, like in this case, a Mantle. I can't get his 52 tops because obviously it's just completely out of reach. But like maybe in the future, 53, or I have his 56 tops. So
I want that one.
Yeah, no, it's there. That one is within the realms of possibilities financially for me. But like a 53 Mays would be realistic for one of the big purchases I would make. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. And then once I kind of obtain a rookie card of a particular player, like in this case, I'll use Hank Aaron as the example. I'll just showcase it real fast because I might as well, right?
Yeah.
So got this one, bought it. What's that?
It's a beauty.
Thank you. Yeah, I got it from a trusted vendor, and what I ended up doing was, since I got the rookie, I felt like, well, I have the 55 and 56, but I'm gonna offload it to kind of offset some of the costs, and that's kind of what I did to kind of streamline things.
Harlan says, "Get the 51 Bowman."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, if you can loan me some money, I'll definitely do it. No, but they're beautiful cards, and maybe I'll sell like 3/4 of my collection to get it.
Yeah, yeah. So, oh shoot, what was I going to say? Oh yeah. So I'm doing a very similar thing where I'm paring down my collection to what I want to focus on. And last night I'm saving my money for the National. I haven't bought any cards in quite a while, but last night there was a 58 Ted Williams on eBay in really nice shape, raw, and it was really cheap. And it was ending in like an hour and a half. And so I went into Gixxon, and I'm not paid by Gixxon. I just really like the product. And I put in a max bid of $121, and like 5 seconds, it would go in and snipe it for me.
Right.
But no, somebody outbid me by $1,
Oof,
122 or
that
something like
hurts.
that. So that means that it was down to just me and one other person.
Yeah.
I wonder how much their high bid was. Oh,
Hmm.
man. Oh, that's a card I'm after. I'm after 1950s Ted Williams, and obviously 40s Ted Williams too, but that's not gonna
Yeah,
happen
no,
anytime soon.
it's. Are you doing a player run for him, or is it just particular
Yeah,
cards?
I want to do the 50s Topps and Bowman player run for Ted Williams, and the playing years run for Yaz for, and I want to get them in PSA slabs because I'm now obsessed with the set registry.
Yeah, you and Mike, man. You
I know.
And Mike Moynihan. He
It's
was.
so funny too, yeah, because Mike, I had just started getting really into the registry, and then Mike happened to do, I think it was the Golden Age of Vintage podcast,
Mhm.
where the week I had gotten into it, he did a video on the registry. It was wild timing.
He, yeah, I mean, I sat with him recently, and because I didn't really know. I don't know. I don't really dive in too much into the registry, but I asked him about it, and it's like a wormhole of possibilities. It seems like you can really jump in 50 million directions in terms of your collection.
Yeah. Ken says nothing wrong with a 1 on that
No,
Hank
no.
rookie.
Listen, you don't buy. Who is it? Greg from Midlife Sports Cards, and I think he has it right. You don't buy the grade; you buy the card.
Yeah, I would gladly take a 1 with some paper loss on the back. That looks great on the front.
Yeah, there's preferences. Everybody has preferences. I mean, I prefer not to have my cards marked up. Some people like it that way. So yeah.
Yeah. TJ is online, says the 1958 Ted Williams article. It's funny you should say this because I will be talking about this in next week's Clearing the Bases video on Sunday. Because I just found this article. I think he just posted it today or yesterday, or something like that. Yeah, so this is another one here. Just went to a show and picked up an 83 Topps Wade Boggs signed for $10, which seems about right because the 83 Topps is only a few dollars, and he only charges $10 to sign it. So
That's not
it's
bad.
not, yeah, it's a good deal. 61 Topps of Yaz, yeah, that's
Yaz run.
my
61
favorite
Topps.
too.
Yes, I don't know. I guess some people like the 61 over the 60. I prefer the 60 just because of the horizontal card. Yeah, I see you have it up there.
I have 2 of the 61 in my. I've got a big. That's full of cards. That cabinet right there. My camera doesn't turn all the way there. Oh, yeah, you can see my top shelf. I always end up showing my top shelf during these live streams.
Yeah, Yaz was on the radar. The 60 Yaz was on the radar for a rookie card because I think you can find them not too, like like a decent condition one for anywhere between $100 and $200. So I think generally they're not out of reach. Yeah, I have to kind of strategize and think about which cards I want to go after. Definitely, I don't know what day you gonna be. What day are you arriving?
Wednesday. I'll probably show up Wednesday, and I'll definitely be at the show Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, that's the same for me. I'm going to be there Wednesday, leaving Saturday.
Ted has a 52 Red Man. I haven't actually researched Ted's 1950s card, so that's good.
I have a very faded out 52. What are those? Not the Redmans. What was the ones that have the tear off on the bottom? I can't remember the name of that company. It's one of the Willie Mays. It's like a I don't know 4x6 or something like that. It's pretty big. I got it at this like antique shop in the middle of upstate New York, and it was faded, and I got it for like $30 or something like that.
Eddie's in the house, waiting for the game to start, and I'm sorry to schedule this at the same time as the All-Star game again. Hires.
What does that mean?
Is that the card with the The tarot at
Oh,
the
I
bottom.
got you.
No,
No,
the
I
root beer
gotta.
cards. Those are from like 59, right? What year were the
I don't know. I
highest
gotta.
made?
It's in like a box. I have to go fetch it, but I'll take a look at it and figure it out later. But is your? I
Yeah.
mean, I asked Mike. I asked Mike Moynihan this. I asked him as far as strategy goes when going to the national. Last year, I only had one day to really explore it, so I didn't kind of make all the moves that I could make on that single day. But since we have 3 days to go, does it make sense to spend the first day really just kind of taking it all in and doing the footage if you want to, but really taking it all in without making any big purchases. And then once you kind of get the lay of the land, Thursday and Friday would be ideal days for purchasing.
Yeah. My strategy. So last year, I only bought raw cards because slabs were so outrageously expensive compared to raw. I am finding, at least on eBay and at card shows, that PSA slabs have plummeted in price. And it makes more sense if I'm buying a 58 Ted Williams, for instance, or a 1975 Yaz, which I'm buying off a subscriber. I think it was 75. That it makes more sense to buy them already slabbed now because the prices of those have come way down. Curious to know what other people think, but Sammy, what is your thought on that? What have you noticed?
Yeah, I'm kind of a 50-50 with buying graded. I'm an SGC snob, so I like buying SGC cards just because
SGC is great.
I like the way they look. So I generally will buy raw cards if I'm able to determine without any issue if they're authentic. So there's some cards that I don't have enough knowledge on to be able to determine that. So like I bought an Alkaline 54 rookie and I bought that graded. Not that I probably couldn't determine if it was authentic, but it's just as you mentioned, it's the prices have gone down with graded cards, and when you buy raw, generally now it seems like dealers don't want to take the chance of being wrong on a price that they set. So they're going to raise up the price substantially on a card that they think could get like a 5 or a 6, but in reality, you run the risk because it could be a 4 or 5. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It just depends. It's all circumstantial based on what the player is. Like I would buy a raw Yastrzemski rookie, but I probably wouldn't buy I'd probably be more careful buying a 53 Mays or any of those cards from even earlier.
Yeah, I have another raw Yastrzemski rookie. I'm just waiting for a Yaz signing to send it off to. I have the 60, the 61 I want signed. I don't want all of his cards signed, but I want the 60 and 61. I have his first Sports Illustrated, which was from the 67 season. I want that signed. I have a ticket from his 3,000 hit game I want signed, and I think there's a fifth and maybe even a sixth item. I'd have to look. I've got a little box of things I want signed by Yaz.
Speaking of Boston players, did you buy a ticket for Kevin McHale to get an autograph?
No, I didn't buy any autograph tickets. They're way too
okay.
expensive at the National.
Yeah. No,
I would only buy for Yaz. And I actually have McHale's rookie autographed already.
Okay. Yeah. I was hoping Larry Bird. I mean, I guess Larry Bird never really does any of these shows, but I was hoping, just hoping against hope, he would come to the National one year. But he doesn't seem like that kind of player that does that sort of thing.
Nah. And McHale was doing TTM and Parrish too. I got both of them via TTM a year plus ago. Rookie cards.
I remember the Parrish rookie. You posted, not the Parrish card you posted. What year was it? Was it his rookie or was it
77? He was playing for the Warriors.
Yeah, so that was his rookie year or 76. I can't remember.
It was his rookie card.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
70. Well, yeah, it's somewhere around there.
Yeah.
I want to encourage everybody to put a comment in because in about 5 minutes I'm going to do a giveaway. I have 2 cards for giveaway. I have this really sharp 59 Drysdale.
Underrated.
Really sharp.
Very underrated in the hobby.
And a 71 Carlton that I'm going to be giving away. And Danny has joined. Sammy, any last thoughts before I'm going to send you to throw a comment in to make sure everybody subscribes who wants to, if they're not already?
I appreciate everybody watching tonight. I want to say congrats again to you, Mike, for milestones upon milestones. 2 years celebrating, and I know a portion of the people that are watching might be at the National, and I look forward to meeting everybody at the Thursday get together. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun, and if you enjoy the vintage as much as I do, definitely check out the channel. There's going to be some national stuff happening, and look forward to it.
Yeah, I really appreciate your support, Sammy, and your channel. I love it, and thanks for joining. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Take it easy.
All right, see you, Sammy. Danny, I'm gonna have you hang tight for a minute. Everybody throw in some comments because we're gonna do a giveaway here in a minute. Throw in a comment. One comment will 1960. Whoops. What's your take on? Oh, I've never had a rip card. Where did that comment go? Oh man, Stuke. 64 Giant Yaz up there. Huh? I love the 64 Giants. I'm trying to collect, I think it's 21 Hall of Famers in the 64 Giants. Yaz bread label. The Yaz stand-up is great. This is about Sammy's channel. You just did, Eddie. Congrats. Eddie, check your P.O. box this week, my friend. Another great channel, by the way. Eddie's Cardboard Chaos. All right. Thank you, HKY. Appreciate that. Let's go in here and I suppose I should share my screen so you guys can giveaway tool, share. Hopefully you can see this. I'm going to start collecting comments. We have 30 entries. 30 of you have entered. This is for the Don Drysdale. Michael Stahl. Congratulations, Michael Stahl. Email me at thejunkwashero@gmail.com and you will send me your address to mail you the card. Hopefully Michael is still here. If you don't comment, Michael, let me know you're here. We're gonna have to move on to somebody else. In the meantime, going to Mr. Black. Pretty yourself up, Danny. He won that. Here we go. Danny Black in the house. So Danny, thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. Congratulations.
Thank you. It's 2 years. I mean, I didn't do anything special. I just.
But in dog years, you're 14, so.
Okay. Yeah, thanks. So I'm bringing you on because I met you Christmas break this past year when Mike called me and said, hey, I would like you to be on Hobby Think Tank. And then you and I got on a call together, and I'd never spoken with you. You invited me into a StreamYard where we talked, and you talked me through what it would be like and what to expect and what to do myself. And we became fast friends, just like Mike and I did. And you have helped me through that. Now Hobby Hotline. I've got my first sponsorship, and you helped me through that because you have a ton of experience, and I appreciate that.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yes, the fines they add up.
Let me tell you, all the stuff that I did is easy. You have done such tremendous work and made such entertainment for so many people. the kudos is all on you, my friend.
I'm glad you got the script I wrote for you. Thank you.
And I got the check, so we're good.
Good. And since then, since December, you have started a website.
I have hobbynewsdaily.com, and it is it's kind of cool. We've got great articles. I've got a watchdog team of people to make sure the site's always up and running. So we appreciate the help of everybody who texts me to make sure the site's going. And glad to have you on the contributors list. That was one of the reasons we started the site. I've told you that story.
Yeah. I'm going to write an article for it in the semi-near future. I am. So for those of you who don't know.
Boom. There's the news for the night.
So those of you who don't know, I'm writing a book on the best attic finds ever. I would say it's about 80% done. And I want to finish it before my attic find series ends, which is hard. Summer's busy with family. My oldest is home from college, and we're watching Lost again, which takes up all my free time. Plus I work full time. But I want to get my book ready to be published and then write an article, have you publish it on Hobby News Day. It's the only reason I'm friends with you. It's using you
I get that all the time.
Yeah. Did we get any comments from Michael Stahl? Michael. Are we gonna have to pull another winner? Oh man, Michael was gonna be so mad. I don't know who this Michael Stahl is. He has commented before. And yes, Ryan, definitely I'll get you an autographed copy when it comes out. For $100.
Do we get to choose who autographs it?
Oh, good question. Yeah, I'll have Yaz autograph it.
Right.
So
here's my book, Mr. Yaskremsky.
So Danny, on your channel, your YouTube channel, you do the Hobby Hot Corner, where you ask 5 questions. And so in that vein,
yes.
Have you ever played Immaculate Grid?
I am a little bit hooked on Immaculate Grid.
Have you done today's?
They went to 2 today because they got bought by Baseball Reference.
I wondered. Tonight I was like,
yes.
I know I've played Immaculate Grid today, but I'm so obsessed. I'm going to open it again. And I opened it, and I hadn't played yet. And I was like, what?
So it's the only, this is going to make me sound old. It is the first cell phone game of any kind ever that I've ever been a player of.
Wow.
I never did Candy Crush. I don't do Wordle. I missed out on all of that. Immaculate Grid, I will play on 4 different computers a day just to make sure I can get in my score. I've
gotten 6 or 7 every day. I've only been playing for 10 days.
You're a liar.
You think nobody that's good?
Nobody gets 6 or 7.
Because it's so terrible.
Well, no. I mean, you got to get a 5 or an 8 occasionally.
I've gotten 6 or 7 every time I've played. And I go onto Twitter or Threads, which is the new place to be. And everybody has a 9 every day. And I'm like,
no, because you can see the bell curve. That's not true. Check the stats at the end. That makes the whole game.
Eddie says Michael did make a comment. I don't see a comment from Michael since the giveaway.
Maybe we lost him to Immaculate Grid.
So you did tonight's Immaculate Grid then?
Was it the one with the Dodgers and Astros, Phillies? Yeah.
All right. Thanks for nothing.
At least we're not total dorks.
I only got 6 on this one. It seemed so easy too. There's always some stupid mistake that I make to keep me from 8.
How hard do you try for random score?
Oh, not at all. I'm not good enough.
See, I try real hard for random score.
All right. So Immaculate Grid, if you go to immaculategrid.com, actually, you know what? I'm just going to share my screen. This will be because I've got it up here. But so you have to pick. You say you figure out who on the LA Dodgers or Brooklyn Dodgers also played for Houston Astros at some point in their career. So then you also say who on this team played on this team and who on this team had 200 hits in a season.
Should we give
and
an
every
example?
day, sure.
You do one, then I'll do one.
Jackie Robinson.
Oh,
He was okay.
he was. What's the? Yeah, that's a popular one.
Okay, yeah. Well, 51% of people chose Jackie.
Give me Mets, Yankees, Dwight Gooden.
How about Strawberry?
Difference in percentage.
Yeah. Okay. So that's Immaculate Grid. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. Is that a giant PSA slab in his background? I think it is. This is Tim,
It is.
who's in Maine. Danny, you always call me the
mayor of Maine. And actually, Mike will be happy to take an order. This is through Show Your Slabs, and I'm sure by the end of the night they're going to be a sponsor for him. So definitely check out showyourslabs.com and let them know that Mike Junkwags Hero sent you.
I assume this is about the National here. I am 2.9 miles out. I'm staying at the airport Hilton or something like that. I don't remember. Airport something or other. Yeah. Gonna be hooked. Gonna be hooked. You are.
I don't know if I want to say where I'm staying.
Yeah, I'm not really staying at the airport Hilton, but it's the airport something.
Yeah,
I don't remember where.
I'm staying near the convention. How's that?
Yeah. Who's behind you anyway? I'm trying to figure out. Is it Moynihan? No. Oh, you know what?
What?
I don't have anybody for 20 more minutes.
So you're stuck with me, or you got to start?
Moynihan joins. I'll just kick you out and do this by myself.
That's much better ratings. We've learned this one.
I've been watching The Office again.
Yes.
So everything is a "that's what she said" joke for me right now.
So far you opened with The Package and Alf conspiracy theories. So
yes. Oh, Burbank. Yeah. Sorry, I'm missing some comments. Danny's very engaging. This conversation's amazing. I haven't seen a comment from Michael Stahl. Hopefully he's here.
Who is this Michael guy?
He's a subscriber. He commented and won the giveaway. I don't have an email from him yet.
Michael, we're worried about you, buddy.
All right. Danny, have you watched Lost?
No. I have watched The Office about 1 million
Who's
times.
the best Office character and why is it Creed? I would accept Kevin.
Creed, because his face is alone. Not one word of dialogue needs to be said for him to be the best character. Although I'm going to give you Oscar as my sleeper.
Wrong.
No. Watch the late seasons again. He carried all of accounting.
No way, Kevin. Kevin is the
not
ultimate.
Not in the last couple of years. Kevin was done.
You know what's really funny is what's his name? Brian Baumgartner. Is when he's in an interview as himself, and then he turns into Kevin. It's wild. I'm rolling on the floor, not literally, but it's so funny because he's just this really well-spoken, intelligent, funny guy, and then he turns himself into Kevin in the middle of an interview. It's crazy.
It's beautiful.
Best Lost character is probably Saeed. Locke. It's got to be Locke.
See, I'm a baseball dork. I would say Steve Sachs's throwing arm in the 80s.
Steve Sachs, another guy who played for the Dodgers and got 200 hits.
Yeah.
Garvey. Another one.
Garvey was the one I used. Dwight is classic brilliant. Dwight's not sleeper brilliant.
Do we really have the mayor of Brockton, Mass? That can't be right, can it? So this is about Immaculate Grid. For me, it's like the last 15 years that I struggle with. I've gotten much more into baseball this year and more last year, but much more this year.
I realize that my memory has definitely got some gaps in it.
This is 100% right. Lost is like a third tier show because it lost it in the last few seasons, and the finale was terrible. For me, it's Breaking Bad, The Sopranos, The Wire, Better Call Saul, and The Americans. Top 5, and then Shield.
Okay. I'm from Baltimore, for those who don't know, so I'm a little biased.
Yeah,
but I'll take The Wire, and then Sopranos.
What's the best season of The Wire?
All of them.
Season 4
why? Because they divide. Because it's each section of Baltimore. Each one resonates with me. Like I lived there. That's crazy to watch it and know exactly what they're talking about. And it's sadly true.
Season 4, when Priz, was that his name? It's been probably 5 or 6 years since I watched it. Priz became a teacher, and he dealt with the middle school kids. That season is heartbreaking.
The education season.
Heartbreaking. Yeah. Most underrated season of The Wire is season 2. Because when it was live, when it was first on the first time, everybody hated season 2 because it was a new setting, new characters. I think season 2 is fantastic.
In hindsight, you now know what's happening.
Yes. I watched it for the first time in, I don't know, 10 or 12 years ago. And at that time, it wasn't so new to have a self-contained season. It wasn't completely self-contained, but the first season was in one setting, one group of characters, and then season 2 had some overlapping characters and overlapping stories, but it was in a whole new setting, the main story. And what was the guy's name on the docks who he was really weird?
The Union guy?
Well, the weird one, like Fuzzy.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
I don't know, somebody will comment.
And here's another one. If you need something to watch on your flight or your drive to the National, Rock with Charles Dutton, original Baltimore show.
ROC.
HBO. ROC Rock, yep.
What does this mean, Mike? I'm collecting Fauda rookie cards. I feel like I'm missing a reference.
I'm definitely missing that one.
Americans is a classic for sure.
My wife swears by the Americans.
Americans, so good. And it ended great. Did you watch The Americans? Ask your wife about the FBI agent next door and the way his nose. It always bothered me. He would breathe through his nose and it would whistle. And it happened throughout the entire show. And nobody ever said, maybe we don't have a mic so close to him when he breathes.
I'm trying to figure out how to work that into conversation, but I will ask her. But more importantly, what are you doing for the National? What are you your goals?
I am picking up 50s Ted Williams. One
I heard that
at least.
Yaz, yeah.
Yeah, Yaz. I want some autographed rookie cards, like a Cal Ripken Jr.
There we go. There
Topps traded auto would be great. Boardwalk Empire is one that I started at one point, and it
fell off. Yeah.
I only watched like 4 or 5 episodes. It seems like something I would love, and I just couldn't get into it.
Like the first couple seasons, then it got too weird. Oh, yes. My wife watches it. I did not know it by name. 100% cop to it. I'm not a pop culture person, so I don't watch TV. That's really the problem.
How
My
are we
kind of-
friends?
We've talked about this. I have no life. My entire life is literally talking to you, 3 other people, and sports.
That's
all.
miserable.
Okay, I've been married 20 years and I'm a pretty good dad, but other than that, nothing.
Hightown on Amazon Prime. I have not. There's just too much TV on, and I can only right now I'm watching Hijack on Apple TV with my wife.
Okay.
So good. The first 4 episodes. Speaking of The Wire, starring Idris Elba, who had a terrible arc on The Office, by the way.
Yeah. I've got another random question for you.
Yeah. Hit me
More
with it.
disappointing thing that never happened in the future: Dippin' Dots taking off, or the Jetsons morning routine? We had this conversation at my house this morning.
What was the question, though? I've got the
They
two
were both
comparisons.
things that we were promised in the future. Dippin' Dots were the ice cream in the future.
Dippin' Dots. I was really high on Dippin' Dots.
Nothing
When
ever
they-
happened.
No, they're terrible. I remember hearing about it before I ever tried them, and I was like, and I went to a movie theater just to try them. It's trash.
And the Jetsons, we were promised this automatic. Danny's living the good life. Yeah, I'm at my in-laws on hotspot internet. Danny's hashtag winning.
Ted Lasso's the first 2 seasons of Ted Lasso were great. This has just turned into TV talk now.
You want to talk cards? I got something in the mail.
Yeah, let's see it. I got
So-
a great package from Ken Ziegler today. I'm going to post the video on it tomorrow. 57 franc. That's not bad.
No. Not bad for a 3.
That's really nice. Ziggy mentioned Severance. We're going to get back to TV here because the first season of Severance was one of the finest seasons of television I've ever watched. Sorry.
No,
Back-
it's okay.
back to cards.
I was just showing off my Frank Robinson rookie. I've been waiting years to get.
Yeah, that's on my list. Autographed is also on my list.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get one that's already autographed, though.
Oh, really? No, he
Yeah.
won't do TTM.
I don't think he is these days.
That's a shame.
It's a longer wait.
Yeah. I shouldn't joke. I haven't picked anything up in a while because I'm saving for the National. Did I?
So can we let out a secret people may not know about you?
I don't know. What is it?
I think people are going to be surprised. How tall are you?
6'2".
So you'll be easy amongst content creators. I think that makes you the second tallest one, actually.
Behind Sewell.
There's Sewell. I was thinking Jay Lee, but yeah.
How tall is he?
Jeremy Lee is like 7'4".
Come on. How tall is he really?
No, he's like 6'7".
Really?
He's
I never would have
legit
guessed that.
Yeah, no, he's legit tall.
I think Sewell is like, I want to say 6'5".
So we need a content creator basketball team or a softball content creator softball league.
I played basketball for 30 years. I love
That's
basketball.
right. You're good. I forgot. Yeah.
I was good. Now I can still shoot and I can swish after swish after swish. I just can't move my body the way I used to be able to. My hips, like, I'll be guarding somebody.
That's what she said.
I'll be guarding somebody at the top of the key, and they'll go around me. And when I was younger, I would just swivel my hips and go with them. And now, by the time my hips turn, they're laying it up in the hoop already. So I retired when I was 35. I didn't take care of my body either. So then I became a runner, and then I became a non-runner again.
If
6'4" if I had hair.
Yeah.
Ah, man, news radio was so good those first few years.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And RIP Phil Hartman.
Man, Mike Petty's on fire. 6'7" is like a point guard nowadays in the NBA.
It's a wing. You got to be able to shoot a 3 at 6'7".
Yeah, I met Mike last year at the National. He does seem like he'd be about 6'2". We're going to ask him tonight when he's on. He'll be on hopefully in 10 minutes. Mike is in the Rocky Mountains. He said he would try to join. Bill Walton. I'm not sure I can tolerate a Bill Walton documentary.
As long as he's not doing the talking the whole time. Am I the only one who feels like that? I'm glad you said that.
He's intolerant. I can't tolerate him.
He's only gotten worse over the years. He's like the grandparent you don't want to call because you'll never get off the phone.
Right. Yeah. My dad, I don't think my dad watches my live streams because it's probably too late for him, but he was 5'10", and now he's like 5'7" or 5'8". It's just, he's 72. It happens. He's in spectacular shape for a 30-year-old man, and he's 72. Sure. We should do another run on the Drysdale because I don't have a comment from Mike, and there's no email from him either. Michael Stahl.
I say we run it again because you can blame it on me.
Pistol Pete documentary would be great. When I was a kid, I watched the reenacted movie all the time, and I wanted to dribble like him, and I would take my ball out to the train tracks and try to dribble like he did on the train tracks. It's not possible.
I was glad to see his rookie card set a record. I think that he needs more hobby love.
Yeah. Yeah. This is if Orlando.
It depends where you measure, buddy. Depends where you measure.
Orlando and Adam, Splendid Sports Cards, get together and they just taunt all of us with their perfect hair, and then they bring on Dylan, and it's like, come on, guys, I can't watch this show.
Yeah, they're living the good life.
All right, we're doing another one. Let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. Sorry to Michael Stahl, if you're here, you better comment fast. Gotta be available and here for the live stream. Eddie's cardboard case. Oh man, this is so wild. I just mailed Eddie something yesterday, and now Eddie wins this. Eddie, are you here? Sorry, I've got something.
What you're really thinking is you could have saved on shipping.
Exactly.
Right. That's the real point of where you were going with that.
I actually sent him something in a plain white envelope, something that I saw that I had to have for him. Eddie's channel's great, by the way. He's a very passionate guy. He's super nice. When the Mariners won, I hope I'm not outing him here. When the Mariners won or got into the playoffs last year, he posted a live stream of himself watching it, and he cried. It was so nice to see that. And he's like, I'm so sorry. I just thought it was so real.
That's cool.
I'm broken. I can't cry. So I thought it was great.
I only cry at sports.
Wilt the Stilt. Is Eddie still here or did he leave? Oh, he was going to the All-Star. He's going to watch the All-Star game. Well, here's the thing. Oh, boy, do I break my own rule because I know Eddie's address?
I think if you've already sent him something and you have that kind of relationship, it would be the Menchie thing to do.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to send that to Eddie.
Appreciate you having me on, buddy.
Hey, thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Let's see if Moynihan joins, but I'm going to let you go. Everybody should subscribe to Hobby News Daily, the YouTube channel, and also subscribe to your daily newsletter on hobbynewsdaily.com because I find that very interesting. If some great writers on there, I may not click into every article, but every day there's something that interests me.
And we're going
to what is it, weekly?
Weekly email, daily podcast.
Yeah. Thank you.
and guest writers occasionally. So coming up soon.
Cool.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Danny. Thanks for coming on.
Hey,
I appreciate it.
Congratulations again on all the success.
Thank
Couldn't
you.
have happened to a nicer guy.
I appreciate that.
Take care.
Talk
buddy.
to you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, probably sooner. Talk to you.
All right. See ya. Again. Let's get to the big guests. Come on. Those guys were big. But I don't know if Moynihan's going to join because he's in the Rocky Mountains with his wife and friends. He said he would try to. We will see. You're at a tennis match right now? So, is everybody watching the All-Star game? Is it any good? The 52 Topps Koufax, let me just highlight this, is autographed. I bought it for $10, I think, at a card show 2 years ago. Didn't know it was autographed. Just was looking at the condition of it, and I was like, yeah, I'll buy a second-year Koufax for $10. Got it home, showed my wife, who knows nothing about cards, and she said, which of those autographs is real? And I took it back, and I was like, oh my gosh. Sent it off to PSA, and boom, authenticated. Yeah, Mike, I got a preview of it last week, I think. He was showing me part of his new comic case, Comic Beast, I guess. I wish I had room too. There he is. We'll wait for him to there. Michael.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, you made it.
I made it.
Mr. Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah, it's going to be
show us the
right
view
behind me. Yeah.
I saw on your video today, beautiful view. Woo.
Yeah, this is outside of the house we're in.
Nice.
Here's the
Airbnb.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice place.
Yeah. It's a good way to spend a week.
People love you, Mike. Look, the big enchilada, the man himself. Wow.
Oh, are you already live? You're going right now?
We're live. I've been live for an hour and 3 minutes.
Dude, I thought I was just coming in for fun. Like,
no. This is live.
Okay.
Good thing you didn't say anything crazy.
Right? Okay. Congratulations on 2 years, by the way.
Thank you. I'm bringing you on because you have been very supportive of me. You brought me into Hobby Think Tank, which was awesome. And, I look back at my success this year where I went from, I think, 2,400 subs at the end of the year last year to 5,400 now. And a lot of that, some of that can be traced back to my addition to Hobby Think Tank, Hobby Hotline. I've got Chris Sewell on next. Part of it can be traced back to having him on twice too. But yeah, I really appreciate your support, your friendship, your collection, your videos. So thank you. I wanted to bring you on and thank you for that.
You're very welcome. It was easy to become your friend. Like, we have a lot in common in terms of how we collect. We have a lot in common in the hobby and the way we think, and that makes for fast friends, right?
Yeah, for sure. I don't know what Mad City Brew is which mic they're talking about, but I have shorts on. So
I do too. I think he was talking about me, and yes, I do have shorts on. Normally I don't in my videos. It's only from the waist up I have to worry about anything. So
my friend Oliver tells me I should do more videos shirtless.
why don't you try that out? See how your subs change. I got to be
Yeah.
careful. You're going to pass me pretty soon.
You said that a few months ago. I've slowed down the videos since April just because of time and summer and everything. And my subs have obviously slowed way down too. I was averaging like 700 a month the first few months of the year, and now I'm averaging 200 the last few
That's
months.
still pretty good. That's still pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm
Right.
enjoying doing it.
What's your favorite part about doing videos?
I would say the learning, because I learn, I think about a good video topic, something that I would want to learn about, and then I research it as much as I can, and then I do a video, and then somebody like Ryan McClanahan will, or Dave Blue Jacket 66 will tell me something that I never turned up in my research.
Yeah,
And I love
there's a
that
lot of
stuff.
knowledge out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought you were going to say your friends, but whatever. That's fine.
Yes, I've made a lot of friends doing this. I have a lot of great subscribers. The commenters are awesome. Yeah, it's an awesome, like this stuff. You guys make the hobby great with your content.
Thank you.
What about you? What's your favorite thing?
Probably the
I will
interaction.
not. I promise you, even my wife would unsubscribe if I went shirtless.
Obviously, the interactions with other people. Just, I love learning as well. I love watching other collectors. I love Orlando's on here, for example, a collector stream. I love hearing his stories. There's just so many great people. And in 2 weeks, we get to showcase that. I mean, the Thursday night get together is going to be off the chain awesome.
Yeah. I'm having Orlando on Sunday night. We'll record, so I'll probably post it on Monday. I haven't had him on. I've been talking to him about it for months coming on. My mom's health has not been great, so that's part of why I've slowed down videos and haven't done a lot of live streams and interviews and stuff like that. But yeah, Orlando will be on, and I want to bring on Dave Blue Jacket 66. He's agreed to come on. I want to do a best collections on YouTube series. So I'm taking candidates. Mangini, maybe. The other two guys, I don't know who else you think might have one of the best collections on YouTube. Huh? Yeah. I'd love to have you on to talk about it and have you bring some cards.
Just kidding.
You
There are
do.
so many
You've got
better
a 51
collections than
mantle.
me.
And you've
I
got
do.
amazing autographs. And I think you probably have the best autograph collection on YouTube.
No, Frank. The Baseball Hall of Fame autographs.
Oh, yeah. I haven't watched many of his videos. I need to.
Easily the best.
Okay.
I have the most volume. He has the most unique.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Which to me trumps volume.
Chris asks a good question. If a 52 Topps high number box were discovered, what would the price be? What would it go for?
The highest ever for any box. 10 million?
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
And then it would be full of G.I. Joe cards. So
yeah. What was Steve's quote there? I think we've all been duped. Or
yeah. That was a pretty bad dupe.
Vintage oddball cards. Mike got me started on YouTube. He's talking about you. And he's got a great T206 of himself there.
Yeah, you should put Rick. I have the same T206. That was the year I met Rick. Was that year in Chicago? 19, I guess, is when it was. And Rick came up to me and he had watched the videos, and I'm like, dude, he was showing me some stuff he had picked. I'm like, you need to make a channel. And he's like, no, nobody will watch it. And I'm like, I'm telling you, man, you need to make a channel. And he did. And now he should be on your greatest collections series without a doubt.
All right.
No question. Mike squared.
Awesome sports cards in ChatGPT. I did try to do something in ChatGPT one time because I thought it would make an interesting video. and it didn't. So I didn't even post it.
So how long are you going tonight?
I've got Chris coming on in about 10 minutes, and then I'd like to be done 9, a little after 9 my time.
You picked a horrible time to do this. Did you realize this is during the All-Star game?
Yeah, I didn't. When I scheduled it, I did not know the All-Star game was on. And I was saying earlier, I did the same thing for the NBA All-Star game, and I actually wanted to watch the NBA All-Star game, and I scheduled this big live stream and did not realize. So I figure the Pro Bowl, I'll probably have a live stream then too.
Best All-Star game of what is in your opinion, the best All-Star game of all the sports?
I don't
and if
think
you don't
any
say
of
baseball,
them,
we're not going to be friends anymore.
I don't think any of them are good. I haven't watched a baseball All-Star game since 1999.
Oh my gosh. All right. Shut off the live stream. Go watch right now.
What was the significance of the 99 All-Star game?
99 All-Star game. Let's see. That would have been in 98 was New York. No, 08 was New York. I don't know where 99 was. Where was it? Tell me where it was, and I'll tell you the significance.
Fenway Park.
Fenway Park, yeah. So you had the 50. Ted Williams was on the field. Tony Gwynn, taking him on the field and all of that. So, yeah.
Who pitched?
Pedro
in Fenway. He struck out, I think, 5 of the first 6 batters. And this was at the height of the steroid era. He struck out like McGuire. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. McGuire, Bonds,
Sosa.
I don't remember who else. He just whiffed them all. I was working at a mini golf course called Long Shot Golf Center in Brunswick, Maine. And we had a little TV, and customers would come in and I'd be like, "Shh, Pedro's pitching."
That's hilarious. No, I'm not. There are plenty of guys that came before me. That's the funny thing. People say, "Oh, Mike, you're one of the OGs or this or that." And I'm like, there were tons of guys that paved the way before me. Mike O is here, Wesker Griff. And there's tons of guys I could name that y'all wouldn't even, that people watching YouTube now would not even know. And that we all long to come back and have them make videos again. But the community has changed so much in the decade or so that I've been doing it. It is so much more obviously broad. There's way more people in it, but it's also just, it feels like you have more camps. Like I don't want to call them cliques, but just niches of the hobby that people watch. Like there are tons of people that watch my channel that don't watch other kinds of stuff. Plenty of other people that watch other stuff that don't watch me and you. And that's fine. That's part of it, but it's become way more compartmentalized, I think, the YouTube community. But it's still the best community, period. Like, I think I'd put this community up against any of them, any hobby type of community.
Yeah. Hey, let's do something fun right now.
Sure.
Hi, Chris. Thanks for joining, Chris.
You're muted, Chris.
I'm just like I'm at work.
Chris, you're muted.
Chris.
Yeah. Did you mute him, Mike?
There we go.
Yeah. There you go. Oh, I can unmute you there. Chris, thanks for joining.
Yeah. Happy birthday,
you guys. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Why don't you guys talk about what you're looking for at the National? Chris, first of all, you are a numbered 90s Cal Ripken collector, plus the 1980 or 81 you're looking for.
Well, my Ripken collection is pretty small in terms of quantity. It's really rare 90s inserts and his rookies PSA 10s. And yeah.
So what card, if it came up to you at a comp price, would you have to buy for your personal collection?
There's not many. So there's either of the two 1980 minor league Ripkens, if they came up at a legit comp price. The orange in like low any grade as long as it's graded by PSA or SGC, and the blue in any grade like 6 or higher would be Yeah, I would get those at comps or close to it.
Mike, what's your top
At
card?
comp price, so I'd have to pay comp price.
Or 70%.
Oh, okay.
70%.
Then I would still bargain down. The DeLong Gehrig, 33 DeLong Gehrig would be my card. I would pay that for right now.
I'm gonna give you the bad news. There's no chance you're getting a DeLong Gehrig at 70%.
I know.
And if you are, I want you to point me to that dealer.
Well, no, only if he has two, Chris. Only if he has two.
Yeah.
And I'll take the better eye appeal one and let you have the leftover.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
Garrett, those are tough cards.
Yeah.
Mike, Thursday at the National, you're doing the YouTube get together. You don't have
Meet
to
and
be a
greet.
YouTuber, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody can come.
And meet people like you or Chris. You'll be there, you said, right?
I will be there. The Texas Snowman will be there as well.
Oh,
Jeremy. All right.
nice. And Chris, we were just having a discussion before Mike joined. How tall are you?
I'm 6'5".
Yeah.
Yeah, it stuns people when they first see me.
Yeah. Apparently Jeremy Lee is 6'7".
He's tall. Yeah, he's taller than me. Yeah, I've met him a couple times.
Okay. Because I'm
the
6'2".
midget. I'm 6'2" also, so I feel
Yeah.
like a midget around these guys.
No, you're both 6'2". Okay, no, that's
Yeah.
very respectable.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. I appreciate your approval of my height.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel about minor league judge rookie card?
Aaron Judge minor league rookie.
Yeah.
I'm not even familiar with which card that
I
is.
assume it's a Bowman card.
Oh, is his first Bowman card?
I have a guess. Yeah, I assume that's what Carlos means.
Yeah, I would need clarification. His first Bowman. I mean, if you're a believer in Judge, his first Bowman Chrome, that's going to be a good card to get for sure.
Yeah.
Well, minor league cards today are so unimportant in the hobby.
Very unimportant. Yeah.
That's just the truth, sadly.
Yeah. They were really only big in like the 80s, like the early 80s for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, but you think you got Henderson's rookie, Henderson's Modesto A's is an iconic card, really. The Ripkins, Mattingly's. Yeah, I guess it is kind of those 80s, but then they became so overprinted and so common that made them unimportant.
Yep.
Then it became, well, I'll just get his first Bowman or his Topps Chrome rookie or whatever, right?
Yep, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, in the 90s, they got crazy overprinted.
Yeah, like everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the 90s inserts, I wish, and Panini has kind of gotten back into some really cool inserts things, but Panini generally sucks. I wish Topps Fanatics would do really cool inserts instead of all the parallels. Just have a little creativity, but they don't need to. That's the joy of a monopoly.
I actually do think the 93 finest Ripken and a PSA 10, that's when I would pay comp price on. I actually do think inserts have gotten more creative recently. Like there's some really good looking ones. In the 90s, that was the peak, but then they got really dull into like the 2000s and 2010s. But I think they've gotten fairly creative recently. But yeah, way too many parallels. I mean, chill out on that.
Yeah. Yeah,
I'd rather see him be more creative with inserts than more parallels.
Oh yeah, me too, totally.
I forgot what I was going to say. I have this. I'm actually sending this off to PSA.
Wait, are you going to be at the event on Thursday?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be there.
Nice.
Everybody's going to be there. It's going to be nuts.
Anybody who's anybody. Yeah.
And me.
Sure.
I think Dr. Beckett's going to be there.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh man.
I met him at last year's get together.
Okay. You've both met him in person?
I've been to his house.
To his house? Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And you've had him at your house too.
And I've had him at my house. That's correct.
Yeah. I mean, he's a legend, right?
He is the legend.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. That's cool.
Yeah. I was at this get together last year, and I was really new to the community. And so I only really talked to Talking Ball Cards, Papa Rossi, who's awesome, and Sammy Thunder, and who else did I talk to? Picker Jim. But I didn't really know anybody else.
Did you have fun though?
I had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Highly recommended.
Yeah. What time is it from, and when does it start and end?
7 to whenever.
7 to 1. And the show ends that day at 6, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, so
it's meant to allow people to go, like, usually the Topps Q&A is from 6 to 7 on Thursday.
Okay.
So you have that conflict, the big trade night, the Ryan Card Collector 2 trade night, the national trade night is usually that evening.
Oh.
And so people just kind of come and go at the other event. They kind of, they'll go to the trade night, and it's going to be crazy crowded there. So yeah, you might go check that out and then come over to the get together, the mix and mingle, whatever you want to call it. And then go or come to the mix and mingle, then go to the trade night. People kind of do multiple things because there's so much going on every evening now. It's
I know. Yeah.
There's more going on after the show than during the show.
When's the trade night? What time do you know? The time of the trade night? Because I actually want. Yeah.
I think that's the same time. It starts at 7 and goes till 10, I believe. But I haven't seen anything official, but that's typically what the time frame that it goes.
If in the mid 90s I was told that Dr. Beckett was going to drop my name in a video, that would have I wouldn't have believed that was something that could happen.
Yeah, I know. I was on a hobby hotline with him, and then he talked to me for a couple minutes afterwards.
Yeah,
it's wild.
Cool.
It was the most exciting day of the month in the 90s was when the Beckett showed up.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I don't think people realize how big, like people who didn't collect in the 90s. I mean, Beckett was like PSA plus Beckett plus SGC plus Topps plus Fanatics today. It was like the only. I mean, I guess besides the card brands, it was the only company that mattered in the card world.
Yeah, I remember like I didn't have many friends because I was a card collector, right? But people would say, "Hey, you coming over to play basketball or something?" I'd be like, "Nope, today's Beckett Day," and they knew.
Yeah. Yeah,
I read it cover to cover, literally, cover to cover, and I loved the articles, which sounds like I'm a Playboy fanatic, but I'm not. It's it was, and I would buy before they came out with the monthly magazine, I would buy the thick annual Beckett price guides, once a year.
I had all those,
which is absolutely amazing that. And he does too. Like by the way, sidebar, in his house, he's got all of the Beckett's, the big, thick annual ones in a bookshelf at his house. But the annual, I mean, like once a year, you're pricing cards. Now we price cards every minute, to see how that's evolved and changed just in his lifetime and his influence in the hobby. And he would tell you, oh, I don't have any influence in the hobby. He has a legacy in the hobby that all of us should aspire to. If we could have any type of an impact on the hobby that he has, then kudos to us,
Yeah, I'll let Chris answer this real quick, but I just want to talk about something Mike just mentioned, which is minute by minute comps. And this is best illustrated by Ellie De La Cruz a couple of Fridays ago when he hit for the cycle. A friend of mine had sent me the Bowman Mega Box Ellie De La Cruz card on eBay, and he said this has gone for $50 all day, and now it's at $100. But then by the end of the night, it was up over $200, and then the next day, it had settled back into the $50 or $60 range. It was selling for over $200 a Mega Box card, and then
raw
right back. Yep.
You have to admit, watching him steal second, third, and home in the span of 2 pitches the other day was pretty insane.
He and Shohei are the most exciting players in baseball. Acuna, but Ellie is just electric. Maybe that's what Ellie's short for.
Yeah.
So I'm watching this All-Star game, or at least it's on upstairs, and I'm gonna go watch the rest of it in a minute. But I'm looking around, and Chris knows this about me. I'm always going, all right, who are potential Hall of Famers in this game? Who's playing in this game that could, Like Freddie Freeman stands out. He's a 7-time All-Star.
Sure.
But guys that maybe people don't really think about as Hall of Famers, but I wouldn't sleep on Freddie Freeman. JD Martinez is actually racking up a very healthy career.
I'm out on JD.
He was a Red Sox. What are you talking about?
I love him. Doesn't make him. I love Jim Rice too. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer.
I love Harold Baines as an Oriole fan. Yeah.
Mookie Betts, first 10 seasons, 60 WAR. One of
Well,
28 major leaguers.
According to Mike's stat, he's like the 14th best player ever.
That's right. He's had a spectacular career.
Yeah.
And the Red Sox got nothing for him. Alex Verdugo.
Wow. Yeah.
What about like Garrett Cole's in his 6th All-Star game? He's starting this one. He could be a sneaky guy that continues to pitch well and could accumulate enough stuff. Obviously, he's there, but he's not playing. He's obviously a first ballot guy now. Like he could retire tomorrow.
Yeah. Anybody, JD Martinez could sneak in on a low ballot year. Guys, voters want somebody to get in every year.
Mike, do you want Julie to make an appearance on your 2-year anniversary?
Bring her on.
Julie, come here.
You don't have Norman with you, do you?
No, he's back in Fort Worth.
Fred Lynn, I would say Dwight Evans over Fred Lynn. Hi, Julie.
So that's Mike.
Hi, Mike.
It's his 2-year anniversary of his channel. We're good friends. That's Chris Sewell. We're good friends.
Hey.
Chris makes Mike and I's channels look like a joke, but that's all right. We still like him.
It's because I'm taller.
It's because you're taller.
Yeah.
So she can't hear you, but I can tell her what you're saying.
Okay.
But she says happy anniversary.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Arenado is a good one, by the way.
Yeah. I think he'll get in.
He's in. He's getting in. Yeah. He'd have to fall off a cliff, I think.
Do you still have the long hair, Chris? I don't think you do.
No, I had that because I was a Jedi Padawan, but then I became a Jedi. I cut it off.
A card Jedi.
Yeah.
That's your new name.
Card Jedi. Who was it? Somebody referred to me as a Jedi once in like one of their videos, and I thought that was so cool.
All right, let's go back to this comment
Very
because I wanted to get this. Somebody asked this 300 table rally show right before the national.
I know. I didn't know it was there. I'm going to start going to the rally show fairly regularly, but not the week before the national.
No.
So
I think
let's take De La Cruz. As dynamic as he is, as awesome as he is, it still makes zero sense to me why his cards sell for what they sell.
Prospectors. There's so much money in prospecting. His cards will plummet in value at some point. He will have he'll have a bad week or a bad month or a bad season. He's 21 years old.
I mean,
I think it's not only. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Just in I did this exercise a few days ago. Just in the last 4 years, there's been 5 players a year who had some huge boom, and this is the guy in the moment, and it was Juan Soto, and it's Fernando Tatis, and it was Acuna, and a lot of these guys are very good, but then there was also Jason Dominguez and Wander Franco. There was so many of them, and do people just not learn? That card's going to go down. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, look at Julio Rodriguez from last year and
Julio Rodriguez, right? There's so many of them. I'm forgetting a bunch.
Well, I guess my point also, take Acuna, right? He's going to end up having, I think, assuming he doesn't get hurt, a 40-80 season. I mean, something like that, right? So, and I love talking about this. I don't necessarily, it doesn't make me want to go buy cards of these guys, but I love talking about baseball all the time. Yeah. And I keep up with everything. And I look at it where Acuna was in the hobby, let's say COVID year when he got hurt, right? Or was it 21 when they won the World Series and he was hurt? 21.
Yeah.
So his card prices, weren't anything. And now that it just shows how much they can turn. And I think you have both this current playing dynamic of injured, playing great, not whatever, and pop counts are so high on all these cards, right? I mean, how many US 250s of Acuna are there out there that are graded? I mean, 50,000, I don't know, between all the companies. There's
Right.
an absolute wave of them. So even if he is great, there's so many of the cards that is battling against, you know, huge high prices, right?
Right. It's like an
Yeah.
89 Topps Griffey, right? I mean, it just can't ever be valuable. There's too many of them.
The only two modern guys I will buy right now are Acuna and Shohei. Outside of the Red Sox, I'll buy any Red Sox player, but Acuna and Shohei, I think, have Acuna. How old is Acuna? Like 23, 24? So young. And he is having one of the greatest offensive seasons of all time. And then Shohei, too, could go down as the second or third greatest season of all time in WAR.
Is that true? I'm not following it.
He's right now he's on track for 13.3 WAR or something like that, which would be the third greatest of all time if you add up his offensive and pitching numbers, of course.
As you should. He
Right.
pitches and he hits. Of course, you should add them together.
Sure.
See, I'm buying guys like Arenado, Goldschmidt, Kershaw. I'm buying guys that are well established. Freddie Freeman, guys like that. Those are guys I've been picking up over the last 6 to 8 months, buying their key rookie cards, you know, and just adding them to the collection for the future, you know, for the Hall of Fame potential down the road. I'm not going to gamble. I have Soto. I actually thought Soto was going to be the best of the 18 bunch, you know, between Soto, Acuna, Ohtani. Ohtani's otherworldly, right? He is like something none of us have ever seen. And it's pretty spectacular to watch it. But I don't know, Chris, what do you think about that dynamic between now and more established guys?
I'm sort of in that boat too. I don't really even touch somebody until they've been in the league for 10 years or so. You know, Arenado's and Mookie Betts is there now. Those, you know, there's just a lot less downside. I mean, we all think Shohei Ohtani is the greatest player ever, and maybe he is, but he could also. There's a lot of things that can go wrong. We've seen a lot of great players just go, you know, their careers just take a turn. It happens all the time, you know. So if they're 10 years in, there's just a lot less downside, right?
Let's talk about Trout for a second, because Adam brings up a good point here. Trout, is he a buy now, or do we wait until after the season? Assuming that he doesn't come back this season, he's got to become a buy after this season, right?
You want to take it, Mike?
I think Trout's a buy now, tomorrow, the next day, the day after the season. Trout's a generational talent. He will go down as the best player of his generation. And that's all you need.
Playoffs.
I don't care.
I know. I don't either. All I'm saying is that the Angels have wasted one of the greatest players of all time.
Well, they have two of the greatest players, and they still suck. So
they're going to trade away Shohei this month.
Has that ever happened before in any sport where they have, you know, a team has like the two best players in the game and they're terrible?
Terrible. It's embarrassing.
Like, really, has that ever happened?
What about Rafael Devers?
Great player.
I don't think. Yeah, I think he's great. I think he's in the Jim Rice mold. Great player. He'll have a great career. I don't see him, and he's my favorite Red Sox player. I love him. I just don't see him making the Hall.
I would have to look at his. I don't know where his numbers sit.
I think Devers is on track. He's got to do it for a lot longer. He's got another decade plus that he needs to be putting up numbers similar to what he's doing now. So it's, can he do that? And I bet even you would be swayed, Mike, if he does that for another decade. Hits 310, you know, and 50 doubles every year and 30 home runs, 110 RBIs. That's pretty darn good.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, Trout signed a, you know, forever lifetime contract, essentially.
Trout's not going anywhere. Trout can't stay healthy. He's having such fluke injuries, though. He broke the hamate bone in his hand or his wrist.
doesn't it feel like Trout is a little bit like Griffey and Pujols, who like in their first 10 years, it's like this is the greatest player in the history of the game. He 10 more if he repeats this first half of his career with another 10 years, he's going to be the all-time greatest. And then they just hit a cliff and their numbers just declined significantly, and they ended up all-time greats, but they're not like number one or in the top 10. Doesn't it feel like Trout's kind of going there? Like
top 25 of all time, Trout.
Yeah, same with Griffey and Pujols, right? Sort of right around there.
Yeah. Trout had how many seasons, first or second in MVP voting?
7.
Yeah,
I think 7.
I think it's 7. I think it had 3 firsts and 4 seconds. I might not be right about that. Double check that but yeah.
Chris, you talk
That's
about a
pretty
time
nuts.
machine a lot. What year do you go to for cards?
I mean, seriously, like if you could design your fantasy, wouldn't it just be to like go back to 1990 and you already know what's going to happen in the card market? Like, how much fun would that be?
Yeah.
I would go back to 1953, and I would
or any year, right?
Well, I would buy all the old 52 tops that's still on the shelf, all the high number series that's still there, clean out everybody, and then start buying all the great 53. I think 53 was the greatest year of cards between Bowman and Topps, if you look at both of them together.
Yeah, but if you go back to 53, you won't live long enough to like take advantage of like the PSA boom of it.
Well, sure you would, because you'd get back in your time machine and come back to now. See?
Yeah, no, true. I didn't think about that.
It's not a one-way trip, I would hope. All right, I'm not doing it at all. But if it's
good point.
Or you could say, hey, I could go find my great-great-great-grandfather or whatever and say, look, I'm from the future. Put these in a safe place.
Okay,
Give
kind
them
of like Biff did in Back to the
Exactly.
Future.
That's exactly. Oh man, I love that's Back to the Future 2, which for me it goes Back to the Future 2 and then 1 and then 3 in order of quality.
Okay.
I love 2.
I have a friend who would say that too, but yeah, for me,
Greatest movie sequel of all time. Go.
Well, everybody should say it's Godfather, but
or The Empire Strikes Back.
I'm not a Star Wars guy.
Oh,
how many subscribers did I just lose?
Sorry.
I would say the greatest sequel to me is Aliens, because it was so much better than Alien. Like it was on a whole nother level of good. Like Empire Strikes Back was better than Star Wars, but still Star Wars was really good. I thought Alien was a dumpster fire. Aliens is like one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time. So,
well, but Alien 1 wasn't terrible. You would say it was
I
bad.
thought it was. I thought it was pretty bad.
Okay.
But,
I mean,
there's only one alien. I mean, how hard is that to kill? Apparently hard.
I guess not.
But
yeah.
Do we think Saberhagen makes it? I don't think Saberhagen makes it.
No.
Although two Cy Youngs, there's not a lot of guys with two Cy Youngs not in, but no, I wouldn't put Saberhagen in.
Bryce Harper makes it. Yeah.
Harper's in now. His MVP last year secured it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in now. Really interesting. You would if he retired today?
Well, no, I don't. Yeah. Does he have 10 years in?
Yeah.
I guess
he does have 10,
he does. Yeah.
But
he has the playoff heroics that the guy needs.
Okay, and 2 MVPs.
Corey Seager is a no for me.
He's having a great year though.
He's got a long way to go. Like,
of course.
Yeah. Terminator 2, by the way, another good sequel.
T2, yes. No there it is. That's mine. That's mine right there. Terminator 2, I have watched that so many times. It's so good.
Yeah.
It is. It's like when you know part of this, like the story, the base story, and it takes it like, wow, okay, this is really cool because you know what's going on and how it's all screwed up. Tommy John should be in the Hall of Fame.
Tommy John's gonna get in. But so you collect like future potential. Like Tommy John's a vintage speculator guy, right? He'll probably.
Yeah, but I don't think he's getting in, so I don't own his card.
You don't think he's getting in? Rookie. His war's high enough.
I just sent Joe Carter his rookie to sign for me with the $5 that he requests, and he sent it back to me with the $5 unsigned.
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 Was it not? Was it a fake $5 bill?
Nope. But he does this a lot with rookies, and then people send it back with $10 and he'll sign it, even though his demand is only $5.
Interesting. 100 RBIs 10 times. I would not have guessed that. But yeah, he was an RBI machine.
Well, he was on that Toronto team.
Yeah.
He was on. Was he on Cleveland when they were good? No, I don't think so.
They weren't. I don't think they were good though.
Yeah, Dale Murphy was a sure thing.
Right. And he was a lock in 1987, right? Or 1985 or whatever.
Yeah. Well, Chris, I also wanted to just say I brought you on because I emailed you. I thought you would say no. I'd heard other people say, "Oh, Chris won't come on your channel." And so I said, "I'll just email him and see." And I only had like, I don't know, less than 3,000 subscribers at the time. And you said, "Yeah, that'd be great." And so I brought you on, and that having you on, I don't know how many new subscribers I gained from it, but it's hundreds. And so, like Mike, the two of you had a big impact on my growth this year. And I want to say thank you. I've just hit 2 years today, and I appreciate your support coming on my channel twice and now 3 times. And looking forward to meeting you at the National.
Ah, man, that's awesome to hear. Yeah, really cool. Looking forward to meeting you as well.
Yeah. So we've got some arguments about Devers. I think he is still. He's at like 70 RBI.
I mean, he's really young. What's his career WAR at this point?
And he's a class of 18 guy too, right?
Yeah, no,
he's 2018.
He's at 17 WAR.
To me, he's like too young to even predict. Like 5, 6 years into a career. I mean, that's way too. I mean, Ruben Sierra was a Hall of Famer 6 years into his career, right?
Juan Gonzalez won 2 home run titles.
Yeah, I mean, it's way too early to you can have like superstars 6 years into their career who don't make it.
Juan Gonzalez, 2 MVPs, 2 home run titles, not a Hall of Famer.
2 MVPs. Yeah, was Gonzalez a PED guy?
Yes.
Or was he busted, or was he just accused by Canseco?
He was busted.
He was busted. Okay.
And accused by Canseco.
Yeah.
But so was every Ranger.
Ivan, that's right. Your Ranger. Oh yeah, Ivan Rodriguez was accused by Canseco, right?
He was.
Yeah.
Gonzalez was offered like $100 some odd million by the Rangers, I think, and he turned it down. And then he got injured and made nothing. Went to Kansas City for pennies, and then injured himself on his first at bat. Right?
Yeah.
That was Cleveland. He went back to no. You're right, Kansas City. Spring training, or no, he won at bat with Cleveland. I think he went back to Cleveland for a swan song, and had 1 at bat.
Oh, you're right.
Never played again.
It was Kansas City. He went to briefly, 33 games, but it was Cleveland with the 1 at bat.
He was a stud.
Yeah.
I super collected him for years. I had 4,500 different cards.
Yeah. 4,500 different cards? No, come on.
Yeah, I did.
This must have been recently. I wouldn't even thought he had 4,500 different cards in the 90s anyway.
No, this was probably I sold my collection of him in I think 2010 for 10 grand to one guy, another Juan Gonzalez super collector. And I was glad to be rid of it because I converted over to Josh Hamilton, and that worked out really well for me, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Tommy
John's rookie's 1964 for
64.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's on the Indians on that card.
Canseco's another one. No brainer Hall of Famer 8 years into his career, right? First ballot, no question about it.
Are you guys playing Immaculate Grid every day?
I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
Here we go. Share it.
Huh?
I'm going to show you.
Okay.
Let me know when you see my screen.
Yeah.
Immaculate Grid. You pick a guy who played for the Dodgers and who also played for Houston, and you put them in here. So name somebody.
Dodgers and Houston?
Yep.
A great player?
Nope. Anybody.
Dodgers.
Carlos Beltran. Is he in there? Does he fit?
Nope. Didn't play for the Dodgers.
The Dodgers and Mets, Eddie Murray.
You get 9 guesses to fill all 9 spots.
Dodgers and Mets, Eddie Murray.
Oh, whoops. Sorry. I've got the wrong one. Eddie Murray.
Oh, boom. No. They start playing.
0.3% of people got Eddie Murray.
Okay. New York. Well, Jeter was a Yankee with 200 hits in a season.
Name a Philly.
Phillies.
200 hits.
Jimmy Rollins.
Exactly.
Jimmy Rollins is better. Yeah.
That's right. 46% of people said Jimmy Rollins.
Yeah.
Mets. Oh, Mets and Phillies. Pedro Martinez.
Very good.
Good one. Dodgers, Astros.
Phillies, Astros.
This was purchased today by Baseball Reference.
Oh, Phillies, Astros is
Yankees,
Joe
Astros,
Morgan.
and Pettit. Yeah, Morgan, right. Pettit for the Yankees, Astros.
That's it. We got 8. That's the highest I've ever gotten. Thanks, guys.
Wait, no Dodger. Wait, what was the other one?
Well, we can't because we only get 9 guesses and we wasted one on Eddie.
Oh, okay.
But the most popular is Zach Greinke.
Yeah.
Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer, Zach Greinke.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So then you can click in. This is as of today because Baseball Reference just bought them today. You can click in and see who are the 17 Phillies who had 200 hits in a season. So Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, Doug Glanville, wow. Pete Rose, Dave Cash. I'm obsessed with the game, you guys. It's
I better not start because that I could lose a lot of time. Wait, is it?
Well, you can only play one a day.
Okay, yeah. So it controls your addiction.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So I'm going to go upstairs right now and pull the game up and win today because
That's
we
right.
just got all the.
Yeah, you'll get it.
No, that is.
Well, can I go watch the All-Star game and let you and Chris have a little personal time?
Get out of here. Thanks for joining, Mike.
Yeah,
Awesome
welcome.
having you.
See you guys in a couple weeks.
Yeah,
Right, looking forward to it. I'm actually going to get out of here pretty soon too. I appreciate you joining.
Yeah, you've been going for almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Terminator 3 was good too. I mean, all the ones we named had good thirds as well. Maybe not as legendary, but Godfather, Back to the Future, Star Wars, Terminator. Great minds at work. Yeah.
Yeah. The most brilliant minds here.
Right.
So you're back in the States.
Yeah.
What is you want to buy more collections and do more stories, right, for your channel?
Yeah, I would like that. I mean, buying collections is the heartbeat of my business, so that's what I'm looking forward to the most.
Would you rather buy so you have a choice.
Okay.
Ultra modern, vintage, or pre-war? Post-war vintage or pre-war? What would you rather buy?
At like a good price, you mean? Or like price? Yeah, I'll take the pre-war. And then the vintage, and then ultra modern's the worst by far.
Yeah.
I like modern. I like modern. I love 90s and 80s, 90s, early 2000s, but yeah, ultra modern's gotten really hard to move because it's so overproduced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's I would love to get into buying collections if I had the space for it. And the time.
Well, you told me a story. You bought one at one point, but it was, I guess, maybe not that big.
It was 35,000 cards. It was a lot of sets.
Yeah.
But I got like this autographed Ken Griffey Jr. 89 Donruss out of it.
Yeah.
Right there. I got the 58 All-Star.
Oh, so you had
Hank Aaron.
some vintage.
I paid under $1,000 for the collection, and I ended up selling a bunch of cards for well over $1,000 out of it. Okay. And I kept a ton for my PC, so it worked out.
What did you do with like the worthless commons?
Donated them.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I just don't have the room or the time. I work full time.
Yeah.
So I would love to have it be my full-time job.
Was it a blast? Like if you could get a collection like that once a day and just, crank it out, would that be like an appealing lifestyle?
Yeah, if I had the time and I'd love to.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it to feel like work. Do you ever feel like it's work?
Mostly no. There's certain parts, yes. Like listing on eBay is a chore. Shipping is a chore. Things like that. But mostly no. Anytime I'm sorting cards, absolutely not.
Yeah, just want to apologize to people in the comments. I don't know what that was about, but that person has been banned.
Oh, there was a naughty comment.
Yeah, a series of them, and I didn't see it until they were all there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Back to movies. Indiana Jones 3 is my favorite of the 5. I try not to count number 4, but now that there is a 5th one, the 5th one was very good. By the way, I really enjoyed it.
I haven't seen it. It's very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you, as long as you just go to be entertained and
Yeah.
not think you're going to get like an Oscar type movie, yeah, it was good.
So I used to be in the film industry. I don't know if you knew that. I was in the film producing, and I was, and so I was a big film nerd. I watched hundreds of movies every year, and God, I was such a critic, and and I've completely gone the other way now. I just give me a Star Wars movie, have some Jedi in there, looking cool, and I'm cool. Just entertain me. And I don't. You can have all the plot holes you want. Just entertain me, and I'm good.
I used to get so worked up about plot holes and inconsistencies and things. Yeah. And now it must be our age. How old are you?
I'm 44. Just turned.
I'm 44 as well.
Yeah.
And now I just want to be entertained. And
me too.
My oldest is in that phase that I used to be in, where he'll pick up on these little things, and I'm like, I don't care anymore.
That's funny. We're getting old.
Yeah. Let's answer Orlando's question here, and then I'm gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Was there a collection you purchased that turned out much better than you expected?
Many. Yeah, I mean, I purchased hundreds of collections. Some there's hidden gems, and I mean, some you buy sort of partially sight unseen because you're going to somebody's house and there's a garage full of cards, and you only have an hour, to decide if you want to buy it or not. And so you're just making a best guess, and a lot of stuff you don't see till later. So yeah, there's all the time there's hidden gems in there. Sometimes you buy vintage collections and the grades just come back a lot better than you. Sometimes one I had some 64 Topps Giants. I don't know if you know that set, and they were really high grade, and I didn't think much of them, but I sent them to PSA, and a couple of them came back like 10s.
You see them up there?
Oh yeah, there you go. You got a bunch of them.
I loved them. I love them.
Yeah. There was a common guy. I had a common that was graded a 10.
Yeah.
And it was like $2,000 for I had, I'd factored it in at $1 when I paid it because it was a common 64 Giant. So there are those, but most of the purchases do not have stories like that. But every once in a while, you get that.
Yeah. So let me I don't remember if I shared this story with you, but there's a guy in New England who is always advertising these buying collections. He's semi-famous because of it. Did we talk about this?
No.
It doesn't matter. And he's very, very shrewd, and he's tough, and he's also an attorney in his regular job, so he's got the money to buy collections.
Yeah.
And he's a lot of other dealers in the area don't like him because he undercuts them on price. So he was bragging apparently that he only spent $12,000 on a collection and ended up selling the collection for over $120,000.
I mean, yeah, that's terrible.
What is terrible about that?
I mean, if he kind of, did he rip the guy off? Like, how did he?
I don't know the story, and the dealers that were talking to me about it didn't have any details except that he was saying that he paid $12,000 for a collection, graded all the cards, and then sold them all for $120,000.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't. That doesn't speak highly of him in my view.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. I see his ads on Facebook all the time, and people are always commenting, "Don't buy from this guy." And I wonder how there must be so many people out there who just don't look up reputations of dealers and just go with the one they see an ad for.
Yeah. That's a shame. I mean, imagine if you're the seller of that collection.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Chris, thanks again for coming on. I'm really looking forward to meeting you in person.
Yeah. You're just there Thursday, yeah?
Nope, I'll be there. I'm going to be there a little bit on Wednesday, and then definitely all day Thursday and Friday.
Okay. Yeah.
And then maybe some more on Saturday. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, if you could get lunch or something, I'd love to.
I would love to get lunch. Yeah, let's try to do that.
Sounds good. All right, viewers, thank you for joining. When's the next grade guessing game with the snowman? You got to answer this one.
Well, I want to. We're gonna have him on again, but I want to start having new competitors. If you want to compete against him,
I would love to. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's
Sold.
Because we had Mike. Mike did it, and it was fun. So
Yeah.
if you
I'm in.
All right, we'll set that up.
All right, Chris. Thanks again. I appreciate it.
Yeah, happy birthday for the channel again.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See you later.
Bye.